Morning, everybody. I've been asked to do a little video on my trailer, showing the mods that I've had to do and talking about it. The current setup of my trailer is this. As you can see, I got gents paddle board on top. I put some J's that I've had off to the side so I can have the Revo, so I can actually take all three at once. It seems to work pretty good, but I got to replace the PVC bunks for the PA, so I got to empty it. So it's a good day for me to do this. It's kind of windy, kind of chilly today, so let me get it emptied and talk about the trailer. So here it is. It's pretty straightforward. This actually it's just a very cheap Harbor Freight trailer. It is the non-folding kind. I don't think they sell them anymore. I think all the ones they sell now are those folding ones, which are a little wider, so it's not that bad. It's actually a little bit better. But this was a cheap Harbor Freight 4x8. I opted for the 12-inch wheels, not the 8. Don't bother with that because it's just not worth it. Your bearings are spinning a bazillion miles an hour as it is. Now you go to an 8-inch smaller wheel and it's spinning even more. So I got the 12s, which seem to be fine. It's this trailer. It's probably almost 6 years old now, 5 years old at least, and it's held up pretty good. I don't dunk it in the water. I have never dunked this trailer in any body of water, so that probably helps. Being a kayak, I can pull it off, put the wheels underneath it, and wheel it to and from the water. So that is probably why it's held up as well as it has. Now I can tell you that this part of the frame is starting to flake. I mean, this is all my paint, and it's starting to rust a little bit on the back, but that's just cheap stamped steel from China. I mean, that is what it is. But the axle, the springs, and the tongue, especially the tongue, and I'll explain that in a minute. That is all perfect. Well, I don't want to say perfect, but that's not bad at all. Now, yes, I use PVC. Hobie says you're not supposed to. I understand that. But cradles are just really stupidly expensive. And I don't see how you pull a kayak on and off with 2 of those cradles. I've never tried it, so maybe you can. I mean, lots of people do. I just don't get it. But I have not to date I have not had an issue to date using PVCs. This kayak has sat on this trailer for a year, and I can see wear marks where I'm sliding it on and off. Yes, I am seeing some wear marks underneath the kayak, but as of right now, it has not been an issue. My biggest issue with this trailer at this moment in time is that bunk is a little bit inside here. It is cracking, so I'm going to replace that bunk. I'm probably not going to replace the other. I might hold off on that. But my other issue is the width. The width between my ladder racks is pretty narrow, and my PA actually hits it. And you can see where my PA has been wearing away the paint. So I need to expand that, which I'm going to try to do today as well. The ladder rack itself, I actually got this from a guy up north when I was there, when I was living there. They're from not Harbor Freight. They're from Northern Tool. If you go to Northern's website, you will find them. If you go to Amazon, you will find them. They're just cheap steel ladder racks for pickups. And I think I paid $100 for them. I don't remember exactly, but they're not very expensive. They're like $200 maybe even cheaper than that. I don't remember. The J's, I've had these for I don't know how many years now, and I always saved them, so I threw them on, and that works pretty good. Now, when I made this trailer, the length of the tongue for a normal vehicle was fine, but I have a Jeep. I want to be able to swing that door open and not hit a kayak. I need to be able to open it fully to get all my gear. So I extended the tongue. I actually had a steel shop in Connecticut bend me up a piece of channel to the length I wanted, and then on the underside I welded in flat bar to make it a full box. Instead of welding it, as you can see, I bolted it, and I don't know if you can see this, but I actually extended it a little bit further with the 14 PA. When I originally made this trailer, I originally had crossbars that I made. I have them up in the attic here in the garage, just in case I want to go back to a side-by-side. So I had the side-by-side when I had my PA-12. And as long as I kept it on one side of the trailer, I could swing that open with no issues. But when I went to the 14 with the 360 and I went to the center, now the nose of the kayak got in the way of the gate. So I extended it just enough to get by. I can actually extend it a little bit more if I really choose to, which at some point, who knows, we may end up doing that. But it's worked out really well so far. And to be honest, a lot of people give Harbor Freight a lot of crap, and to some degree, I agree. But this little trailer, I've pulled it all over New England. New Hampshire a bunch of times, down to the Cape a bunch of times, and all over Connecticut, Rhode Island. I have no idea how many miles this trailer has on it. When I built the trailer, I took it out of the box to build it. I used my own grease, and I packed those bearings right from the start with my own grease, not the grease they came in. If you buy a Harbor Freight trailer, I highly recommend doing that, because the amount of grease and the quality of grease they ship it with is crap. So right out of the box, pack the bearings yourself, or have them packed. I've only re-greased these bearings once, and that was before the trip down to Florida. And to show the trust I have in this trailer, I had no issues with only packing that trailer or the bearings once. I had no issues having my wife pull this trailer all the way down to Florida, and she did, and she had no issues, and it was fantastic, and I've been using it since then, and I have not done anything. So bottom line, don't hesitate to buy a cheap Harbor Freight trailer. 12-inch wheels or bigger. Repack the bearings right from the start with quality grease. And don't dunk it in the water. I think not dunking this trailer into the water all these years has saved it. It is cheap stamped steel, made from China. And yes, you dunk it in the water, it's gonna rot apart. Just the air, being in the salt air for 5 years, has took a turn on it. I mean, it is what it is. But it's been 5 years, and I have trailed this thing from Connecticut to Florida, and I have not had an issue. So that's my trailer. I'm going to widen the rear so I can stop the rubbing of the kayak. I'm going to change that bunk. And that's it. I mean, it's been a phenomenal trailer. Oh, and by the way, as it sits right here, I probably have maybe $400 into it. The trailer was $299 and I had a coupon. So I think I got the trailer for like $200. $100 for the roof racks. I don't remember what the PVC cost me. I think the steel that may have cost me $50 to have them bend that up for me. I mean, it was also kind of a favor. Less than $500 for the trailer, and I've had it almost going on 6 years now. That's phenomenal. So don't hesitate to buy one. I hope this helps. If you have any questions about it, or you want to see something specific about the trailer or my kayaks or my setups, anything like that, please do not hesitate to ask. Throw it up in a comment. Find me on Facebook. Find me on Instagram. And if you do know me, just ask me. If anybody ever finds themselves in Southwest Florida and they want to hook up and go out fishing with me, shoot me a message. I don't have an issue with that at all. So, hope this helps. Please like and subscribe. Hit the notification button. And until next time, I'll see you out there.